Alrighty then.
Welcome back, nice crit.
Hey, thank you.
I was getting more wine.
Good on you. Who needs Deadeyes when you're just good? Meanwhile, I think Sandra and Chandler combined did probably lower end of damage for everyone.
You sponged a lot of the damage output, that's huge.
That's a good point, yeah. I forgot that's mostly what Chandler was just, I'm gonna get hit a lot and just kind of accept it. She has consistent damage, but like, Marshall. The use of Red actually, I think, helped a lot, because it very much like tunneled people to sides. Pass that trace, hold person, entangle. Yeah, and I had entangle, I could have used that. Oh well. Hindsight's a bitch. So we're gonna take a short rest, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
If we have time for it. We'll see what the big evil guy on top of the keep does.
He'll be like, oh, you guys look a little beat up. I just take a nap. I'll be chilling. Sitting in my crystal throne.
I seriously missed that we'd taken a long rest.
Yeah. It's fine. It's like when we showed up, we took a long rest.
Yeah. I was literally at like one spell slot remaining on ward.
Oh, jeez. Well,
instead of Enya. Now I have 3 spell slots spent instead of 1 remaining. So huge difference.
Oh, here's an answer to my question. Was he keeping track of criticals that entire time? Because if not, most of them are probably lost to the ages. Yeah, looks like he was.
Most of the crits were on Noxala's side anyway, right?
Yeah, fair. Which he was not keeping track of, because why would he?
Exactly. Yeah, at some point.
Wow, actually, looking at this, Wise is a really good ratio.
Yeah.
It's like 17 to 9. Oh, it'd be like it, is that how you would do it? No. And yet, as Russian, still beats everyone, because he gets like 2 criticals per every fail. Fortune favors are bold?
I return.
Fortis Fortuna. Latin.
Oh, hey, perfect times. Hey, guys, I gotta run.
Alright, do your thing.
Yeah, thanks for sticking by for the combat.
Yeah, man, I'm happy to be here for what I could.
I'm sure they all appreciate it, because you fucking killed like so many.
Like 7
Thanks for sticking by.
It's good to marshal some things.
Take care of yours.
See you next time.
Take care of you and yours.
So that whole thing was 3 or 4 rounds. I think it was the start of the 4th round.
It was in the middle of the 4th round. I see my phone starts to compress the other picture of Tango. So
Ended.
It's 4 o'clock. We started combat at like 12:40. I want to say 12:50, something like that.
So it was fired.
So that
fired,
took about 3 hours.
Fired. So 1, 2, 3. Beginning of 5th.
Took about 3 hours to do that combat.
About.
Hello.
Guten Tag.
The thing is, I feel like 3 hours. That's roughly the equivalent amount of time you guys had against the Centipede.
Probably, yeah.
They're about.
It felt like the proper length for like such a scaled fight.
Well, the catch is what I'm saying is that means you guys are getting faster.
Hmm.
Because Centipede, like, I only had to run the Centipede. And, like, Varric and Abigail. Versus this, where I have to run 14 enemies, Seema, Mira, Abigail, Varric. Yeah, like, bunch of shit going on here. So, yeah, if it's the same amount of time, but with way more people and stuff like that, that means you guys are getting faster by technicality.
Nice.
So go you.
It's
Good. It is my hope that at some point, we will be fasting.
Fasting?
We're faster in combat, and also hopefully I won't fucking forget shit in combat. So whatever.
You're getting better. You remembered it for the last few enemies.
Yeah, for the last few after like over a dozen of them have been executed.
Like 4 rounds in or something, wasn't
We'll
it?
just pretend like I did do it, but I just rolled like 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s, and they
To
just
be
kept
fair,
dying.
they did
Yeah,
die some pretty high numbers, so...
I remember
Yeah.
those rolls. I don't know
Yeah,
about you, but
remember
I
the
saw
rolls.
them.
Oh yeah, no, it was like 2s and 3s. It was awful.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's a way I could just like sort of check to see what would have happened.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That's a lot of
it's supposed to be
20s.
is this supposed?
Oh my
it's supposed to be-
god.
It was supposed
It's
to be
supposed
like
to be
12.
12. I fat
Yeah.
fingered it. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
121. Yeah, that sounds about right.
The first
Those
one
aren't
would have
bad.
succeeded, but it looks like the rest of these probably would have. Oh no, there's a
Oh, 1,
19.
2, 3.
There's a couple of ones in there though.
It's better than the 121 that you rolled, where most of them seem like
Yeah.
the 20s and there's 2 1s.
Yeah, so 121 d20s. That's the amount of the boss. No, fucking-
Oh shit.
I step into the death beam of death. You step into the death beam of death. Yeah, the death beam of death. All right, I'm just gonna roll the damage for it. All right, you take 1,259. You know what the worst bit is that
That's a
there is you
smidge
can
above
technically still
average.
live. You can technically still live
How?
if you have a half-orc character and relentless
Oh,
endurance.
you're right.
When you
Or
get
a
dropped to
fighter.
0, you automatically come back to 1. Yeah, so it's like
I just get like stuck in a cycle.
there is a way, but yeah, you think you just get back up and you still be in the death beam of death. So I just rolled the numbers.
Alright, here's what you do. You get a rogue. You give him resistance to the damage in the first place. You have him roll to not die. You use uncanny dodge or something. Reduce it down to like 100 something. Still probably kills you.
Resistance would have the damage. Uncanny dodge drops it to a quarter, so that'd be 300 as opposed to 1,200.
Is there a way to make it less?
The thing is, if it was a dex-based save, he would still take 0 if he succeeded
Right, that's a good point.
because of evasion.
But at the same time, I imagine the death beam of death is probably like a wall, so I don't think there's much dex saving there.
No, it probably would be similar to the wall fire spell where it's like, oh, do you enter it? You take damage. There's no save. You fucking entered into it. I don't care if it got conjured where you are. You are in it, so there's no save related to
Or
it.
engulfed in flame.
Yeah. Let's see.
So, short rest, everybody. Have a little tea time.
Seema's a bit hurt. Baron didn't get hit at all. Neither did Abigail. See, Seema
And
used
neither
her
did
second-
well. Aldrich got hit like once. He still has 1 temporary hit point.
Chittimer's half. Sandra's...
Yeah, I've got like 1 temp hit point as well.
Yeah, they're resting yet. No, chill out, chill out. I was making sure we're all back first.
Oh, that reminds me, I can't remember. Is it only on a long rest, or can I get it on a short rest too to get spell slots back?
You
Long.
normally could if you had your spell book.
Oh fuck!
Also, be
Arcane
short
recovery
rest.
requires a spell book. It says in the first sentence you draw out energy from your spell book, so it's a bit hard to do that when you don't have it.
No.
So Amidius can do it, you cannot. But you have Manix potions anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I do.
Chug.
Yeah, I'm gonna get chugging.
Or you could just deal... You didn't use that many
So,
spell slots, did you?
We did lose. Oh, he had to
I
go
didn't,
take care
but-
of ailing wife. So props to the man for being responsible. He, of course, did his due part in martialdom, which is to say he killed a lot of shit as martial, which is pretty typical for martial gameplay. But we're all back, so let's get back into it ourselves, those of us that remain.
Would
As
you guys care terribly much if I leave at 5? That way I can go to the...
if you want, although I will say I will target your character because it'll be easier.
Okay, go ahead. That's fine.
Rider.
Hey, there's your new spellbook, boys.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
No,
true.
it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, I know.
Let's get back into
Let
it.
me dream, damn it.
So, as Sandra, you deal the executing blow. I imagine Marshall's probably like picking it up and punching the shit out of it. You shoot it in its head while he's punching the hell out of it like a prison shank style. You guys hear that voice go once more. That lordly ethereal voice. Oh, You have different protectors now. I have all the time in the world to keep sending more. All the time in the world. You see that figure just sort of descend into the visions.
Ooh.
Well, descend is like I mean literally descend, not like
Yeah,
they
like
walk
the
down. I mean, like they
crystals are
literally
dropping.
float through the ground.
Yeah.
Casper the friendly fucking ghost. You guys regroup at that to the point where I'll keep that map open so we don't have to like.
So if I understand correct, he descended through the ground,
Through the ground. Yeah,
Gotcha.
you sort of sunk into it, like Reaper from Overwatch.
Rip.
I'm on my second bottle of mulled wine. That's what I'm asking.
Second bottle?
I thought you said you found a little bit left, not a bunch.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, two
Well, that
bottles
goes
is
a
a
long
little
way.
bit.
I opened my beer, so maybe I'll just go ahead and stay till.
Do what you
I
do.
still want to go to the store, but
There's a beer. It depends on where you're going, because you're just gonna walk
You're just
somewhere.
gonna walk there, aren't you?
But that's up to you.
yeah, because I'm gonna walk to CVS. I was gonna go try to find a few supplies before they close, but
I mean, if you're just walking, I don't think drinking a beer will mess you up. If you're driving, that's a different story. But if it might be a different story. But if you're just walking, it's up to you.
Yeah.
it is
Enjoy it.
Regardless, alcoholic beverages aside, I'm at a monster, so I'm envious. You guys, again, see this figure descend and know that he's not on the surface no more. Well, surface, top of the board is it's on the surface. You know what I mean? You guys regroup. If you guys want to take a short rest, you're free to do so. But the catch is, of course, shit might go down while you're still up here. So it's up to you.
I'm taking a short rest for sure.
Very well.
Can I just chug a potion as we're going?
Uldric
if you
will
want,
join you in that endeavor of short resting. Ward, on the other hand, is going to spend that time patrolling the group just to make sure nothing ambushes us.
Sandra's gonna accompany Ward in that exercise.
Varric reloads his rifle.
Suppose I'll join too, since I'm not really injured.
I
After
just want my
taking a
spell
potion.
slots.
Real quick, Ranger uses D10s.
Yeah,
right?
don't rub it in.
Ranger uses D10s.
Okay, that's what I thought.
They do? Or is it D8s?
It's
No.
D10s.
D10.
It's a D10.
Because they're like a
It's
heavy
not-
martial class.
Just like because Paladin has D10 as well.
Or 12.
Fair.
Rogues have D8, Sorcerer D6. So
73.
I would say you get 2 hit dice for free because you guys have that.
Because your boy.
Well, and your girl.
That's
So
it.
don't discount Nevi's in this.
2d10. With the con? Or just like roll dice?
You roll with the con and the hit die. That's why. So
Okay. Okay, I'm definitely at full with Chedmere then. And Sandra is also at full, because that's easy.
Minions, you can recover spell slots back, although you could save that for a later long or short rest rather. That's up to
I
you.
just went ahead and recovered.
Very well. Recover up to either a second level spell slot or 2 first level spell slots. If that's
Alright, 1 second, okay. Thank you.
Or you could just chug like a bunch of Manax potions.
Glug, glug, glug.
Well, no, that's sort of the bit though. Like with a Manax potion maximum, you won't be able to like ever like you don't double down. So like those 2 doesn't get you to a 4th level spell slots. It'd either be 2 second levels or first level.
Right.
You can't drink them simultaneously.
So you can't make like just a chug jug.
You can't make a chug jug of Manax potions and then fucking get back 100 spell slots. That's not how it works.
I feel like that would just explode.
Before short
It probably would kill
resting,
you, yes.
Uldric is going to convert his Warlock spell slot into sorcery points and then get his Warlock slots back after the rest so that he is at 4 out of 4.
I just realized, yeah, you can fucking do that if you're fucking get all your resources back just by being a fucking ATM and transition back and forth.
I have missed playing
Yes.
Uldric. I gotta say.
Well, if I kill you all now, you could just make another.
Yes, I could, I suppose.
You guys take 10 minutes to regroup, patch up your stuff like that. Rest. Nevi and Varric go around and make sure everyone is copacetic. And that, I shouldn't say that, that's really weird.
What does copacetic mean?
It means exactly what it means, bruh.
Google it.
The reason I was asking, I don't know what it means.
Nonetheless, I don't know actually what it means. All I know is it's dude talk. But nonetheless, yeah. What are you guys' plans now? You guys regrouping, patched up, healed up, potioned up, whatever.
So out of game, we could try and just go at the estate and see if we can follow him directly, or we could jump in the well.
I mean, I feel like it's
Mira
probably...
doesn't like the first idea. Consider how he can go. He could just.
Mind you, there was that entrance into the underground bit that you saw, right?
My money's on the well.
Seconded. Abigail goes.
I suppose, yeah.
This Genasi has a point.
Love this, but I always get to Starlight.
Yeah, it'll probably be easier to find him going down the well.
Marshall advocates for going into the fort and killing everything inside.
We don't know what else would be in that fort.
He doesn't seem to understand the question.
Well, Marshall, the big bad just went through the ground, so he's probably down the well.
I'm not gonna go on the topic any further. When O was just here like 20 minutes ago. Less than 20, 10 minutes. But yeah, I'll put it to you like this. Any naysayers for like the well?
No.
Out of
No.
game.
I'm totally down.
I'm good to go.
Alright. Alright, you guys are patched up. And the 12 of you, Noxalis and Vanguard, go to the well, which again is positively bright with red glowing light. Like a spotlight. So, you guys head on over, look down into the place, and you guys can see with the glow, it goes, the drop from like the well's like lip to like where the water actually is probably like 40 some feet. Like 35, but it's easy. It's better to round it up, or so 40 feet. Dropping down is always an option. You might take some damage. That being said, I know like at least 5 people amidst the 12 of you have fucking rope, so yeah, I'm not gonna bother bringing it up anymore. Someone donates rope. Probably Mira. Mira wants first down.
Aldrich has 2 ropes. He'll donate 1.
Okay. Use Aldrich's rope. Mira wants first down, but Marshall beats her to it because he just jumps down. This happened last time too. This happened.
Yeah.
I remember this exactly. Yeah. You guys all eventually traverse down. You guys all climb down the rope and stuff like that. Tala, Owen, and Danaway are defending the town's a bit of a tall ask, but nonetheless, all the people in the town are they're marshaled to Odoturov's place, and then they're all just go sort of hold there. And so obviously your 3 and Shax, can't forget Shax, big boy, are gonna help defend it if it needs defending. They're more hoping that you guys will just sort of solve this, but who knows? You guys.
Danaway's probably preparing a hostile takeover hideout style.
Probably. She's probably hesitant to give Owen like any sort of furthered position amidst this defense, but at the same time, she doesn't think any of these townsfolk are competent at defending themselves either. So in a weird, one of the few times in his life, Owen is ahead of some people in terms of a combative field. What a weird way. Nonetheless, that's them. We're talking about you.
Try staying on the
guys-
second floor so you don't get impaled up from the ground.
Basically.
Yeah.
You guys climb down Aldrich's rope, again, another sexual euphemism, into the red well, again, another euphemism. The place itself, the water itself goes about knee. So it's not like you guys are swimming around in this place. It goes about knee high. Water trickles in from the walls themselves. There's no like big holes or anything that lead to like the river or anything like that that's shoot out water. No, it's just consistent trickling. You know what gives off the red glow because, well, it's fucking glowing, and it's quite obvious. Mira herself has taken a look into the well, like while you guys are sort of doing whatever. During that 4-hour gap, she took it upon herself and looked in the well. She notes that there's a wall here, one that was more akin to being a part of the estate, the fortification walls. The only difference is, first off, it's in a well, so that's a bit weird. Secondly, is that it was, when she saw it but a couple hours ago, pristine still, as if like freshly built and mortared and stuff like that. It was unweathered by time. That same wall is the thing that's glowing right now. It is not fully it's not fully put together. The places where the mortar between the bricks would be is not there. On the surface where you guys saw the old fortifications, that mortaring just was a red crystal glow, like sort of crackling between everything. Down here, it's non-existent at all. The bricks actually just sort of float like about, I don't know, an inch or two, couple inches, a few centimeters away from one another, forming this sort of albeit not necessarily totally effective barrier, like a little shield of. You could see through the many cracks of this another room, but this red energy just sort of crackles and just holds the bricks in place, is what gives the well its red glow.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot of imagery for y'all. I would ask what the marching order is.
My guess would be Marshall up front.
Probably. That'd be a fair bet.
Ward is going to join Marshall.
We'll say
up
you
ahead.
can go like 10 feet wide. Barrier is like up. Just give it as an. So we'll do like. So the door itself is 10 feet wide.
Aldrich will be around the center of the party.
Why is this fucking? Oh, center, you say?
Hey.
Too many people here. Right.
Jeremy's gonna be at the back to be like protective services in case something pops up from behind him.
I like symmetry. Fuck it.
I know,
Here.
me too.
I thought it was
Go.
10 feet wide.
There we go.
It is 10 feet wide, so the three in the middle are gonna have to.
This looks like the tree of life.
It's a circle of life.
There.
No, the tree. Sure,
Figure it out. So, Marshall enters in first. You guys have some hesitance on maybe the weird red energy holding these bricks up. Maybe you should like take your time and I don't know, disarm it or something. No, Marshall doesn't care. He just grabs a brick and pulls it, and it just sort of floats away, like as if it's like in 0G, just sort of just like a curtain, like a bead curtain made of energy and bricks. Those of you who have passed a perception above 16, I'm not sure how many are under that. Maybe not 16, maybe 14. 14 is probably, yeah, 14 we'll say. You do notice there is a bloody hand on the opposite side of the walls of the well.
A bloody what?
Handprint.
Okay.
But other than that, the place is just this red wall. Good luck to it. Welcome to the red light digital. Oh my god! Certainly fix all the sexual euphemism jokes today, and by today I mean all made by me. Nonetheless, you guys progress into the next room.
Okay.
The next room, we'll draw a diagram of it on the bottom right. Bye Elder Charles' place. I will do a top-down thing first, and then I'll do like a different. So That is way too curvy. That shouldn't be that.
Too easy.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about it too. So,
Rip.
down. Lines that indicate downward descent. So yeah, the room you guys look into is the only place to stand, quote unquote, like stably. I'm sure you could stand on the other stuff too, but I'll get to that in a second. The place to stably stand is this Y downward sloping arch. You guys enter on the rightmost side. There's another exit that is all the way to the left, or the top of there, rather. I'm drunk. Should be you guys right, anyways. But yeah, on the top part where the red lines are, there's another exit, entrance, whatever you want to call it. This entire place is glowing red. That way over there is also glowing red, but it's like a different hue of red, different tint. Like this is bright red. That's like dark red glow. It's a lot of red. The room itself is circular. Drawing number 2. We imagine. That's a really bad doorway. You guys came in through this doorway. This is really bad. The entire room itself is just filled. It's like the inside of a geode. You know, it's just filled with these red crystals. Filled.
Damn.
Yeah, go look up pictures of inside of geodes. They're magnificent. The difference from this and a geode, obviously geodes don't have stone walkways in the middle of them. The other difference is that underneath you is a vortex of this similar that you were just standing in, red water. Just sort of is, yeah, thank you. At the bottom is a vortex of red water. It's like looking at a toilet. It just sort of just and then eventually empties out somewhere in the center. You guys are not 100% certain if there's any crystals in the water, but you think you might see a couple poking out. It's hard to tell. The water's red. This room is red. It's a bit weird. It's a safe bet, but you're not 100% certain. But yeah, this whole entire room is a glow red. Marshall's the first one in.
Both Ward and Aldrich follow.
I like how you put yourself as your own buddy. I like that. So, I imagine you guys just progress in marching order. Makes sense. You guys enter into this room. It is daunting, to say the least. You know, when people normally say, you know, like red tinged vision when they're angry, or rosy tinted glasses for like nostalgia, this is like a physical version. It's really like the colors of your guys' gear and armor and stuff like that, with the exception of Wise, is drastically discolored. It's weird.
All I'm thinking
Like,
about is the last time we saw like a whirlpool of doom.
Yeah, you're not sure where that whirlpool is, and I don't think any of you want to find. The walkway itself isn't like that wide either. It's also like 10 feet added. At most of it, except the center part where like the 3 paths meet, then it gets a bit wider, larger, and stuff like that. But for the most part, they're all just 10 feet. It's stable. It's a stable platform. It's like solid stone the whole way through. Like it doesn't creak or crumble or shift or shake as you guys walk on it. But it is, you know, in a really peculiar red crystals and vortex.
Does it? This is a weird one. Does it look like any of the crystals that are on the wall that we'd be walking next to when walking down the path look like they slide out or anything? Like there's any like abrasion from them jutting out or anything like that?
Romy.
I didn't hear what you said, roll. I just heard roll me.
Perception.
Perception. I'm gonna say Chedmir was the one that was thinking that. because that makes sense for her. And she got a 14.
Not that you notice, although to be fair,
Yeah, it's probably not
Custom
easy to
too.
notice.
yeah.
Oh, I used 4 of those.
Ward will grab one of the. If there's a protruding crystal nearby, he will grab it and he
None
will
of them
try
actually
and...
reach. None of them actually reach out to where the bridge is, except like maybe around the bridge hits
Okay.
the entrances that you guys are coming through. I would say that's it. But the thing is, these crystals aren't like thin; they're like huge. They're like the size of like. So if you want to grab a bit, you can. I'm just saying that they're not like easy to break.
No, he's just gonna. I'm not gonna break them off. He's just gonna